wow, look at our likes. Look what Kim did. Look what Kim did, made sparkly lights. And you're like, Jason, it's way too early for Christmas lights. However, our Fond and Unwrap, which is our late night thing, is coming up next Thursday. We need to get ready for that. I don't know what we're doing really for that, but I have cleaned out the front of the shop a lot in anticipation of that, and that's why we have Christmas lights up. Holiday lights. I finally purchased something that I've been wanting forever. I've eyeballed this. Screenshot, thumbnail. Yes, I've been eyeing this forever, and I've never really needed it, but I've always wanted it because, you know, I love Klein stuff, and I've never really needed it because, oh, this is so messy, but right here on top, and this made me think about this because I used this today. Aha. So, everything else in here is kind of a crazy mix of tools of every kind, but while I'm throwing tools out here, I've been meaning to do a tool video. In fact, I have done a tool video and a tool bag video. I've done it twice, as a matter of fact, because I've been wanting to do one, and none of them, I didn't really like any of them. But as you can see, this is my main stash. I got screws and everything up in here. Especially when I'm working on door closers, which is what I did today. So anyway, I needed a Torx, and I didn't want to go back to the truck, so I used the Torx that was in here that I had strategically placed in here. This is a Harbor Freight. This is a very common security bit set. You can get them anywhere from $5 at Harbor Freight. However, I just did mention lately in one of my talking about stuff on Twitter things, but they don't come with the top anymore. They only come like that. Cheapskates, they cheaped out on them, at least at Harbor Freight. But you can also find these things for sale at like Ace Hardware's and any, you know, online. So I've never really wanted to buy this, and I want this. This is what I wanted. I didn't necessarily need the bits, so I guess I've got extra bits for it. That's a $30 screwdriver, and what I've been using is either this one. This is a channel lock thing that came with a kit that actually somebody got me for Christmas quite a while ago, and I'm not overly fond of that. Number one, see how the handle is just kind of bulbous. I call that bulbous. And while it's great for gripping a little bit better than just screwdriver handles, it doesn't sit great in your back pocket. Doesn't sit down. It's not a good back pocket screwdriver. This one probably isn't either. However, this, as I've eyed it for years and years and years, is pretty much, where's my Phillips? I don't even know where my Phillips is. It looks like a Phillips driver. And it is about the same size as a Phillips because this one's smaller, the flathead's smaller than the Phillips. So that is exactly probably the same size as the Phillips. And another thing is this long, narrow, extremely narrow holder. That does make a difference because some of them, and this is why I have this one because this is the narrowest one I have. I've got a few more where they're bigger around right here. And while that may be great for not breaking when you're trying to use it, it is not great when you're trying to unscrew screws that are in a recess, which is very common, especially like automotive and stuff. So I finally got myself the screwdriver that I've been wanting forever. Do we have to cut this? Yep, I think we do. Come on, open up. Open up, Mr. Screwdriver. Well, let's check it out. The only thing I don't think I'm going to be thrilled with is, you see that hole right there? So I'm assuming that they're assuming that we're assuming that it's stored on the shaft, which is just ridiculous. In my opinion, just thinking about it is ridiculous. I hate blister packs. Come on out of there. Hey. So soft rubber, so that means it's going to get sticky. And I guess this is for this, right? Yeah. Yep. So that's the storage that they're thinking or expecting that you might do, I guess, right? I mean, there's no other reason to have a hole in it, right? So, I mean, I guess if you slide it down and you don't have this will definitely not work. I mean, I guess you could, you quickly use it here and just be like, unscrew whatever you got to unscrew. But it's, number one, it's wobbly, so boing. Makes it off center. It slips, so no, you couldn't really do that. And with locks, of course, there's no way you could do that. So I'm assuming you just have to yank it off every time. So that's just stupid. Another thing I'm really concerned about is this, because I've bought a few of these for drills, and this yanks off. Hopefully that won't be the case. Hopefully that is welded or something in there, and if that yanks off, I'm definitely sending it back. But finally, it's a little not balanced, but yes, I can finally back pocket that. Let me see. Let me try. Yeah, see, it's much better. This one's like, I don't know if you can see that. It sticks out. It's just bulbous. Bulbous is the word of the day, right? Bulbous. Kind of like this thing. And I was looking, while I was looking at that, I'd actually gone to find a number 3, because once again, this is out of a set, and a number 3 fixed driver. Do people not use number 3? Are we just getting to the point where people are just so dependent on impact drivers that they're not going to use a number 3 fixed shank? Like, I went to the electrical section to get this in Home Depot. They had all the standard, they had plenty of big flatheads, but they didn't have any fixed number 3 Phillips. I wanted to get a number 3 fixed Phillips, and I could not find one by itself. So my only assumption is it's not sold as much now because everybody has impact drivers. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not using an impact driver on a door closer on a full glass door. Not gonna happen. I don't care who does it, how good you think you are. There ain't no way I'm gonna do that on a door like that. So my answer to that has been, let me go grab it. Newly decided upon answer to that today. It worked pretty well, except I'm not fond of this. What is this? A Husky? Feels like a Husky. No, it's an unnamed bit holder. This was just big enough for a door closer to get it off. However, I'm not fond of this wobble right here. So I'm trying to find an answer in the like this range to go on this 1/4-inch ratchet. This actually worked really well to break, especially to break the screws. Once I broke them, I was able to use my number 2 Phillips driver, which I went and got out of the truck. Let's see. Oh, it's just a little bit longer. Look at that. It's just a bit longer. Same exact handle, though. So there we go. I have a new screwdriver, and what I usually do with these is I'll take out what I don't really need. As a locksmith, we very rarely run across these 3-way screws. And if I did run across it, I'd just have to go to my truck. But it's much better for me, especially make sure you have the T15 Torx. I mentioned this as well. So that was T20 right there. And of course you can use security Torx for regular Torx. Do we have a 15? We have a 15. Yes, I've been needing a couple of extra 15. So then we go to 10, and let's see, is this a 9? I think this is a 9. T8. Oh, it skipped 9. So and 7. I'm pretty sure there's a 9, and I've mentioned that before. That's one of those that do not ever come in the kit. These are great to have for simplex and other types of little screws like that, little security screws. And these are, what are these? Are these those grabber? Yeah, I think those are tri-wing or quad wing. don't know what those are. You don't ever really see those either. So what I'll invariably do is take the ones out, especially these tri-wings right here. Replace them with, you know, small flathead, small Phillips head. Definitely a little tiny flathead, which I don't have in here, but I've got in my kit. It's just a shame that they won't match. I like my bits in my kit to match. And as you can see, when I take this one out, we have replaced. There's one right there. So that will go into this, I guess. Those are not very tight in there either, y'all. I don't have a whole lot of faith. I mean, they're sort of tight, but they're not nearly as tight as these. So, yeah, I'm just going to switch out the particular ones with the ones that I need. And probably move them from here to here, because this will be, oh, and look, this is, oh, no, back in here. Look at that. I don't have one of these. This is probably one I've switched out, but there's not one of those in there. See, and this kit goes up to, let's see, the biggest size right here. Ah, these are so tight, you gotta sometimes use a pair of pliers. So that's number 5. And do I have a pair of pliers? Yes, I do. Number 5. Is that a number 5? That's a 3/16, so that would make this a number 5. Yes. Okay, so anyway, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same number, except this came with this thing, which is where? Where is this? This is right here. And there's that I took out. I actually have switched those out as well. So let's put all this back while I'm here. Look, I'm missing 3. They invariably were used for something and not put back where they would belong. So I gotta hunt those down. Probably this guy. Yep, there we go. There's one of them. That's our T20. And this guy would probably go right there. And still missing a couple of them. No telling where they went, but this will be set to, oh, we got a, oh, well, we'll leave that there. I'm going to do this later. I'm not quite sure which ones I'm going to take out, or even if I'm going to use this, I may just keep this one, because I could always use little wobbly. Anyway, that is my initial review of the Klein Magnetic Security. Wait, what is this thing called? Magnetic Screwdriver with 32-piece tamper-proof bit set. Comes with all these things in it. Woohoo! Anyway, just thought I would brag about my new screwdriver, y'all. Oh, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, as always, leave them in the comment section.